When you talk about kind of the fundamental values that drive your role in public life, you talk about in one of your speeches equal worth, responsibility, and community, and you mentioned today kind of what you view as universal elements of faith, kind of your connection to your neighbors and being part of something bigger than yourself. And I think you even acknowledge that you don't have to be a person of faith to have those sorts of feelings. So it sounds as if you're appealing essentially to kind of the essential elements of the human condition, if you will. And so are you suggesting that traditions of faith can be vehicles that help to tap into that essential humanity that we all have? So is it really an instrument, for introducing the types of change we want? And if so, does encouraging faith traditions to have a much more significant public role, doesn't that also bring in all of the values that aren't shared more universally? Mm-hmm. Can you have one without the other? So I guess it's two questions in one.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, yes, I am saying that I think that faith is one way of rooting public life in a set of clear values to do with the human condition. And secondly, I would say that, yes, there is that danger, but that depends on, and this is the whole purpose of the interfaith part of what I'm about, it depends on whether you express your faith in a set of, as I call it, exclusionary doctrines, or whether you express your faith in a set of inclusionary values. Now, there will incidentally always be difficult questions in relation to this. I've raised one today. I mean, abortion, which is a genuinely difficult issue. And if you bring faith more into public life, some of those questions start to become very acute, and I think it's quite uncomfortable for political leaders when organized religions taking positions on those types of issues, and it can cause a lot of tension. That's true, but I think that is and so there will be some of that, but I think that is a relatively small price to pay for what good can come with faith in public life, which is a sense that there is something higher and more important than you or your constituency, actually. And I suppose what I'm really saying is that the way I think that this can be neatly aligned in the modern world of globalization is that my theory is that globalization only works if it is infused with values of equity and justice. And so that's why I say you get to the point of enlightened national self-interest, meaning that you take account of these values. So if you are taking account of those values, it actually it improves your chances of advancing the interests of your country in the modern world.